from Utah Foxtrot and Echo 1, hold short runway 34 empty.
Foxtrot, Echo 1, hold short, runway 34, 280, that's Bravo. November, that's copy that we have not taken out the base time. 6 tower, 6 bed, 4 feet on fire.
Now call me Grant 120.
Morning, Shamrock 603 with you, descending flight number 180, 320 with Yankee on track for Baxter. Sure, 603, the patrol really contact Yankee, check, flight number 130, clear passing 190 now, descending flight number 130, Shamrock 603. Direct to Lapo, Shamrock 603. Bravo, fully ready. Time 042 Delta Bravo, line up from weight to range. Line up from weight, runway 28, that's 4C Delta Bravo. Tower 180, that's 46, all the best. 86, Shamrock 15, November, good luck, next. Descend flight number 120, Shamrock 603. 2000 point speed, fast is 4000 feet, runway heading 286 for Bravo. Alright, Shamrock 393 low, identify climb, flight number 160. Flight number 160, try 253. Just Bravo.
Okay, let's do it. How about that? Hello everybody. How's it going? Matthew here, coming to you from the rainy and windy UK. So if you hear a lot of rainy background noise, that's what that is. I'm just going to turn down the volume of my music so I can hear myself think, but hopefully you can still hear it. Let me know. So, hey, how's it going, friends? Welcome to the Monday lunchtime stream, and it is lunchtime. I have my lunch here, a little croissant, which is from the people in my village who, during lockdown, have had their business of supplying hotels and beds and breakfasts with food dramatically curtailed, and what they've done is just opened wholesale sales to anyone who wants them. So we bought like 150 frozen croissants ages ago, and we're just munching through them. I wonder if you've noticed there's a flying smiley around. Stick emotes in chat and they get added. That was something I was playing with over the weekend. It's pretty fun. But you can also, well, I'll leave them for now. But the bot will tell you how to clear them if you find there's too many. I don't know. I can't see them whilst I'm working. So if they get in your way, just clear them. Okay, so it's the 28th of July. Is that true? I don't even think that's true. It's the 27th of July. I wrote that just after midnight and I thought, oh, it's tomorrow, but it's today still. Monday lunchtime, Java, lunch and learn. And today looking at jbang, which is, well, I'm not entirely sure what it is, actually. It's just something I've seen a lot about on Twitter, and there's a bit of a story behind that, I suppose, because the Twitter account was banned for a while for jbang dev. That's this jbang. Oh, it's probably all lowercase, isn't it? Jbang dev. The Twitter account was blocked or banned for a little while, and it just recently got unblocked, unbanned. I have no idea why it was. But anyway, I've heard about it on Twitter. It looks kind of useful. I quite like these, like SDK Man as well. It's a kind of a tool for working with Java that's got a bit of character, and it's new, so I thought I would have a look and see what it's about, and hopefully, well, let's have a look. I've written a little to-do kind of agenda for today. We're going to read the website, download and install jbang if necessary. I don't know, we'll see what the website says, and play around with it a little, make something useful, push the code to GitHub, and that's my lunchtime plan for today. My other lunchtime plan is, of course, to eat this, so do it. Don't forget to remind me in chat to drink water as well, because otherwise I will just talk until my throat hurts. Okay. So how are you all doing? Let me know in the chat if anything is too small, too big, too loud, too quiet. Any opinions about anything? Drop them in there. I've got it open, as you can see, bottom right of the screen, so I will know what you're saying straight away. Here we are. Just type y'all a quick message. Okay. So what about jbang then? Let's find out what it is. jbang.dev. We're listening, by the way, to this website, Listen to the Clouds, which is a stream of ambient music and air traffic control over the interwebs, and we're listening live. If you hear chatter in the background, it's Dublin ATC talking planes into Shannon. Okay, so what's jbang? Let's have a look. jbang. Try out any Java API with one file. No need to install, set up, nor configure your project from Maven, Gradle, or any other build system. So maybe the project that I created here in IntelliJ isn't going to be that useful, although it's not a Maven project. We'll find out. No Java, no problem. Java will automatically be downloaded when needed. That's something I noticed on Twitter the other day, and that's what kind of got me interested. Because I'm like, oh, anything that makes Java easier to use and, you know, easier for people who aren't Java developers to use, anything that lets Java programmers like us, or like me, build things with Java and distribute them to people in such a way that doesn't also have to include like a 10 lines instruction how to install Java, how to set your class path, how to put Java home, or whatever you might need. So, dependencies simplified, automatic fetching of dependencies using this or an annotation, executable scripts, Java 8 and higher. I'm going to probably try and stick with Java 11 today, although if it looks easy, I might go for 14. Easy repositories, no need to remember the full URL of Maven repositories. Brilliant. Get that, oh gosh, what is it, JCenter and things in easily. Scripting catalogs, run anyone else's scripts, or provide your own aliases. A little typo there. Your own aliases from a Git backend catalog. Should I make this bigger? There we go. Install and run anywhere. jbang installs and runs on Windows, Linux, OS X, Docker, and GitHub Actions. Sweet. So I'm running on Linux today. I'm glad to see that there. In fact, I don't know why I say today. I run on Linux every day. All day, every day. And I've got this like tiling window manager that means I can swap things around nice and easily. Oh, that's messed it up though. Crikey. I'm disappointed in myself there because I thought that would be easy and it wasn't. Let's get that back there. Let's clear that. Let's get this out of the way. Oh my god, that was annoying. Need to configure i3 to be easy when you only want to use like 1920 pixels of the width of your wider than that screen. Okay, a little bit wider, come on. I could use keyboard shortcuts for this, but there we go. Okay. Install and run anyway. Works in your IDE. That's useful. I was wondering how that might work. Cached builds. Builds are cached, making reruns instant. Nice. Okay, so what's the dealio? Should we try or should we download? Let's try. Let's see what happens. Oh, nice. So use bin env jbang do exit do. That's an interesting little trick there. A Java comment that's a bash directive kind of what's it called, shebang. Well, it's not shebang because it doesn't have the sh and the bang, but anyway, that means if you run this as a script, as in a shell script, this will be parsed as the executable to run user bin env, and user bin env is a thing that looks up the next thing in your path. So that's quite neat because it works as a Java file as well, and we're importing some Java stuff from a dependency that is brought in here, jfiglet. What's jfiglet? Let's have a quick look. It's probably a diagramming thing. Fig fonts to create ASCII art banners. Love it. Sweet. Okay, so can we see here? Right, we've got a main method. Which yeah, right, fine. System out print line, figlet, convert one line, hello plus jbang. So do I click here to run it? It's downloading a dependency. I guess this is running on a container somewhere in the cloud. This isn't running on, it's in the browser, isn't it? So dependencies resolved, brilliant. Let's have a bit more food. I hope, oh. What's probably happened there is that my zoomed in browser window has broken the line wrapping. Okay, run it again. It's should be instant. Yes, it is. No need to download the dependency twice. Cool. Hi there. And let's run it like this. Shebang /init. I don't know what that's doing yet. Hello.java, and it's going to do something with the args. So hello Java, Matthew here. So, off it goes. Oh, it's right. It's downloading dependencies again. Well, I don't know why that is, but perhaps it's to do with the environment it's running in. I hope it doesn't happen all the time locally. Doopy-doo, building jar. Hello, Matthew. Nice. Okay. Oh, I wonder what that init was for, because it says up here, just run it directly as hello Java /hello.java from Matthew. We love a good hello world, and this is a good hello world with Figlet. Okay. Okay, that's decent, but that's as far as I'm going. Let's drink some water. That's as far as I'm going on hash try. Let's leave this page and go back to the page that said I could download it. Download. Linux, thank you. SDK install jbang. Sweet. Well, I've got SDK man installed, so let's do it. init is just needed first due to... Oh, hi Max Anderson, you're the author of jbang, right? I'm glad to see you here. Just needed first due to REPL-IT limitations. Yes, I thought that might be the case. So SDK install jbang. We periodically need to update the local cache. Please run SDK update. Alright, I will do in a minute. I'm sorry, the colours are all wild on this. I might change this back. I usually have this as solarized dark, and it was clashing with my solarized dark sweater that I'm wearing today. So let's change it back though, because it's okay, that's easier to read, isn't it? It's just that if I swap these two over, I kind of fade into the console a bit. Let's do it that way around. Attention, a new version of SDK-man is available. Yeah, why not? Sweet. So, what now? I guess I've got jbang available. Yes, I have. -- help. Hey. Compile and run a provided Java Jush script. Build, edit, init, alias, catalog. Okay, thank you. Yeah, after the first run on REPL-IT, you can do hello.java, /hello.java, or jbang hello.java. So that's good to know, although I have closed that try it window. REPL-IT needs some convincing to run jbang cleanly. Yeah, I know, I understand. Okay, so what are we doing now? Documentation. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a hello world. Just literally a hello world, system out println hello world going. Want to learn, explore, or use Java instantly without setup? Yep. Do you like Java but use Python, Groovy, Kotlin, or similar languages for your scripts? Yep. Ever tried out Java 10 support for running Java files directly in your shell but felt it was a bit too cumbersome? Actually, yes. So let's try this. What's it going to do? jbang demo. jbang -- init equals CLI hello Java /hello Java building jar. This is quick. I guess Max, you recorded this. This has got a you've got a faster computer than me, but you've got solarized dark, so I like you already. Okay. Sweet. Okay. All right. So, are you saying that I don't need -- template equals CLI, or that that's an optional thing that I just don't need but could add? Oh, look, there's a new thing whizzing around the screen. Okay, jbang init. So, oh, it's the ASCII. Okay, ASCII number. Okay, so, switch those over. CD horsing around with jbang. That's where we're working today. Really? Is this not the place that I SDK installed jbang? Did I not? Okay, I didn't SDK install jbang. I'm sorry, my bad. But wait, I did. Maybe it's one of those. I'm confused. SDK man's confused me now because it's telling me jbang's already installed, but then it won't run it. Yes, I updated SDK man because it told me to during the process of installing jbang. I thought. Okay. Slight digression then, as we go and debug what on earth is going on with SDK man here. Oh, I know what's going on here, and I'm really sorry. This is entirely my fault. It works on my computer with SDK man as well, unless I've got some janky shell script that messes with my path, which I have. Okay, sweet. Okay, so where were we? We were going to do this, right? But not here. We were going to go in here. I'm sorry, that prompt is so long. It's going to wrap every single line. Let's sort that out. Have to undo that when we come to putting things into Git, because I like that Git info in my prompt. Okay, so we've got some other files here as well. I assume these have been created by IntelliJ, and actually this is the only one that's been created by jbang here. Oh, please. That's... Oh, right, fine, yeah. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, these were added a while ago, and this was added just now. Okay, fine. Sweet. So it uses the Pico CLI dependency, and these are Pico CLI annotations. And what do I need to run it? jbang hello Java -h. So jbang. We're going to get Pico CLI downloaded, aren't we? Yeah. Off it goes. I don't need an idea project to start with. No, that was just a default thing that I always do. You know, as part of setting up to go onto Twitch, just create a project, and perhaps I don't need it here. Hello, maybe jbang. Okay. So. Yeah, right. Right here. Exactly. First thing, and this is what jbang's getting at, right? Like less ceremony for creating Java projects. Hey, if you're fed up with all these things floating around the screen, by the way, you can type bang clear, and they should disappear. There you go. They'll come back though if you start using more emotes. Anyway, here we are. Instant CLI app built using Java and Pico CLI as dependency that was fetched as needed for compilation and execution. Yeah, so we've done that. Here are some trusted sources. So that's what I was going to do first. A simple println, just so I could get to grips with it. And I guess I want to at least use IntelliJ to edit the Java code as well. So I'll have to sort that out. Hello world.java. So yeah, nothing new here apart from that file, and that looks like this. Oh, this is exactly what I was going to write. You've even saved me the trouble of writing hello worlds. That's interesting. Double comment there. Okay, so let's see about how we can open this up in the IDE. This is my IDE. Can I just open a Java file here? I mean, I can, but it's not much. Oh, thank you for following PL4XQ. That's usually what I type to exit Vim before I remember how to do it properly. A Vim joke. So. This isn't marked as a source folder. Can I put these in a source directory, or can I somehow mark the top level of the project as a source folder? What do I need to do that? Mark directory as sources root. It seems a bit. Well, it's not. Maybe it's not nasty. It's not something I've ever done before with IntelliJ. Though, just mark the whole thing as a bunch of source. Thanks, Max. Hint. Is that a visual code? It's VS Code. I don't have VS Code installed. I think that's a good hint though. Reading the output of things is something I skip over too often, and I can use any editor. Brilliant. So perhaps I can. I mean, if I'm editing Java source code, I would prefer to use IntelliJ because I'm totally used to it. I don't know how it's going to know what the dependencies are though, because obviously at the moment it can't resolve these imports. Ah, nice. Ah, nice. Okay. Let's try that then. So idea.sh j. There might be. Oh, there's something weird on the screen. Okay, that needs. What? No, these around it, right? Just do it. Trust me. Okay, I'm doing it. Jbang. Yeah. Those backtick things. Yeah. Edit. Hello. World.jar. New instance of IntelliJ. Open as. I don't think it's either, is it? But Gradle. Okay, choose Gradle. Choose life. It's both. Oh wow. This window. This is magic. What's going on now? We're down. Well, I know it's sort of. I can see it's downloading Gradle. I hope my, you know, very rudimentary knowledge of Gradle isn't going to be a problem here. I shouldn't think so, right? Because jbang's all about not having to know or use build tools. But that's for the people using most script, I guess. I wonder if the people who... It's okay. It's downloading 100 meg, and I've got like rural British internet, which is not great, especially whilst streaming. It would be faster for me to use the Eclipse option instead. Can I cancel this and try again? I don't like cancelling things halfway through because I don't like the idea that I don't know what state they're going to be in after I've done that. Hey, hey. It's all just temporal. So, does that mean I can cancel it? And I don't know, I'm getting all sunk cost fallacied into the fact that I've waited nearly 2 minutes for Gradle to download now. This would be cached. Presumably if I'd ever downloaded this version of Gradle before, it would be sat in my M2 repository. I don't know where Gradle goes, or I don't know where jbang's looking for and putting Gradle. It's not jbang doing this, is it? It's IntelliJ. Should I cancel it then and go for Eclipse? Oh goodness me! Cancel! Woohoo! This is good though. So far, I'm liking it. I like that I've been able to get something up and running quickly. There's always going to be tooling problems, and like there's always going to be downloading 100 megs of stuff problems where I live. I'm sorry. What's it doing? Is it still downloading Gradle? Is this like an asynchronous cancel that's like wait until you finish then cancel? Need someone from IntelliJ to join, from JetBrains I mean, as well. If I might skip this. Oh no, this is quite chill. Okay. Please don't get all the way to the end and then cancel. That would be frustrating. take this moment to drink some water though. Now what? Brilliant. IntelliJ, yeah. Yeah, okay. So I guess what I'll do is go back and run the run this command again. And just kick IntelliJ. I don't understand why this warning comes up. Deprecated in version Java 9. Like, surprised IntelliJ doesn't know that. Ah, no, it's already working. Has it done? No, it hasn't got any external libraries. Oh, I broke it. Oh no. Right. Shall I delete the .idea directory and the IML and just let IntelliJ recreate itself? That's not something I often do, but why not try that? Yeah, delete that. Delete that. IntelliJ is having a little bit of a fit over here, probably. Let's do that again. Let's close this project as well. Close project. And it's gone away. And that's cool. This source directory is empty. And was the one that I created before. Looks like IntelliJ Community Edition handles JDK defaults differently than the commercial version. Yeah, this is Community Edition. I actually have a license somewhere for the Ultimate Edition, but I don't find that I need it. I haven't found yet that I need it for anything. So anyway, so I haven't installed it on this machine. I haven't put the license on this machine. There is actually probably another IntelliJ open somewhere else in another desktop on this computer. So how did it know that? I thought I'd deleted all its... it's gone in here, jbang cache. Interesting, okay. Oops. Well, I will do the job of marking this as a source folder. Set up SDK, yes, I'll do that. Will I do that? Oh. What's happened there? Yes, okay, it can't import Java line system, right, that's a problem. Let's go for SDK man current Java. And of course, I can run this in the IDE, right? Nothing bad's going to happen if I do that. Hello world. Yay. Hello jbang. Or hello. Hello, hello world class. That's interesting. So this class is named after the script. So it doesn't have a capital letter at the start. Okay. I found a bug in the idea setup. Woo! Bugs. Alright. I, of course, have never written code with any bugs in, so I'm judging very harshly. Not really. Okay, what was I doing now? I was going to try changing this. Hello world from Matthew. Save. Whoops. Save. And now building jar. That's interesting. Where's the jar gone, I wonder? I guess it's gone into this jbang cache folder. 10 projects, hello world. Wow. Okay. Has it? Yes, it's probably gone on here, hasn't it? No. Doesn't really matter where the jar's gone, I was just curious. So, I've configured IntelliJ here to use Java 11. What version is brought in if I run it on the command line? Let's remind ourselves how to find that out at runtime. Java, which version from system properties? It's going to be system.getProperty.something, isn't it? Guessing Java version at runtime. Stack Overflow. Ideal. System.getProperty java.version. I mean, if I was going to have to guess, I might have come up with that myself, but thanks anyway, Stack Overflow. System.getProperty java.version.set. I will have you know, by the way, that if everything seems to be running slowly, it's entirely OBS's fault for taking up so much of my CPU, and I'm usually got a snappy Java development environment, but not this time. So if we run this, it actually does a Gradle run, and we got 1107. On the command line, we've got, by default, 1107, and if I run it, 1107. I mean, that all makes sense. But what if I needed a specific version of Java in jbang? I don't know why I would, but I might. I mean, I can't think of an example thing that I would want to do right now. jbang offline mode, yeah, developing on aeroplanes. jbang, unless you tell it otherwise, will use your Java home or path in that order, yeah, and so it's probably picking it up from the SDK man, because that's what's on my path there. SDK man candidates. Oops, candidates. There you go. Current is pointing to 1107. Exactly right. Sweet. Okay. Let's carry on down the documentation. I've got a sort of idea of something that I would like to build, just for fun. You know, a simple thing, which was going to be a little script that would hit an API on the web to find, like, I don't know, there's like these affirmation or quote of the day, or I might use the one that I built, which gives you facts about owls. Owls.gilead.lol. This is running on an Azure function, so if it's the first time you've hit this for a while, then yeah, if it's the first time you've hit it for a while. So there's an owl facts API, and I thought what I might do is hit this API, grab a fact, so that you can just do like / give me an owl fact. I can add is that 3 slashes Java 14 plus in the header, or jbang Java 14? Is that jbang Java 14 part of the init? Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Just 2. That makes sense. I like these scripts that hack around with the way Bash parses executable scripts, and the way you can sometimes write scripts that work in 2 different languages. Yeah, similar to the / deps, of course. That makes sense. It reminds me, and jbang might do this, it reminds me of the fact that you can have a jar file that's an executable by just catting a bash script and a jar file together. So because jar files are zip files which are indexed from the end of the file, I think that's how it works. So you can just cat, you know, a shell script and a jar file together into one file, and then run it as a shell script or open it as a zip, and then you can have that shell script execute it. I wonder if jbang does that, or if that's too awful. Anyway. Oh, on Windows that doesn't work. Okay. Why is that not working on Windows? That's interesting. Because shell scripts don't work on Windows? No? I don't know. There's no bash on Windows. There's no bash on Windows. Okay, fair enough. So, wait a minute though. There is a user bin env on Windows. Is that what you're saying? I don't find that believable, but maybe, I don't know. I haven't used Windows for a very long time, to be fair, in like anger as a developer environment. But anyway. So you have /hello Java won't work on Windows. You run jbang hello world Java, right? Wow. Groovy, huh? Grapes. What are groovy grapes? Excuse me. Groovy grapes that look like being dependencies. System properties and environment variables. Oh wow, it works. There's at least like a hint here that it works with JavaFX. And I've always found JavaFX dependencies a little bit fiddly, so it's maybe because I don't understand them as well as Max does. But yeah, oh look, here we go, JavaFX dependency. Oh wow, and it adds that and that. Yeah, nice. Cool. That's really good. On Friday, I think I might do a bit of programming on the game that I'm writing with JavaFX here on Twitch. That's Friday, sort of early afternoon, I think, UK time. Kebab casing of a file name. This is interesting. jbang lets you name your file without a Java or JSH extension, such as kube control my plugin. Yeah. jbang will, in this case, copy the file to a temporary directory using kebab case to map the name to a proper Java class name. So here's a question. Max, as you're here and being very chatty, thank you very much. What is who's using jbang and what are they using it for? And how old is it? What's a... Oh no, I remember. That track just ends suddenly. Okay. Java version editing. I'm slightly scared to run it because I don't know what it'll do, but I wonder what that actually returns. You created it over Christmas. Oh cool, so it's like 6 months. 2020, my sense of time has vanished just along with everyone else's, but that seems like it might have been 7 or 8 months ago. Oh nice, okay. Oh right, okay, cool. To get up to speed on the latest Java features, yeah, that's a nice way of doing it, and built something that's useful, which is cool. Yeah, Java 14 enable preview for getting some records in action. That's good. Application class data sharing. Ooh, that's cool. So class data sharing is a way of caching some of the things that the JVM does at startup, which yeah, so some of the things that the JVM does at startup involve reading a lot of classes which usually would be stored as bytecode on disk, and so there's a sort of reading and parsing and verifying and building of in-memory data structures related to that, and if the classes haven't changed then the result's the same every time. So class data sharing is a way of caching the result of that so that the next time you start up the JVM it can be quicker. And there were 2 types, I thought. One that's just called class data sharing, which is Java core classes, and one that's called app CDS, application class data sharing, which is like your classes. Convinced a few people in Red Hat to stop writing Kotlin bash Python scripts when not needed. Good work. So you work for Red Hat then? I guess. Right, okay, I've done more reading than I can't hold in my head everything I've just read now. Sorry, I've been zipping through this, and I should have been playing with things and sticking it in there by doing, which is how I learn things. Now that it auto-downloads Java, it helps. It made me twitch about it there. It seems to work a bit. Yeah, there were two things that caught my eye. Firstly, your battle with Twitter and to get the account unblocked or whatever happened there. And secondly, yeah, well, yeah, it's a nice thing, right? Auto-downloading Java. I guess it downloads from adopt. I'm not going to try it though. You've seen my download speed. Where are you based, by the way, Max? Cool. I like adopt OpenJDK. It makes things simple. But if you go to like the Danish guy living in Switzerland, nice. Yeah, if you go to like the subreddits on Reddit that are for people learning Java, there are so many questions about like how to deal with Oracle licensing and where to download Java from. So adopt OpenJDK is, you know, aiming at that, solving that problem, but it hasn't. Like the message hasn't totally got through to everyone yet. There's still like, I guess if you just search for Java download, you would get redirected to Oracle, and then, oh goodness me, maybe you would if you had an internet connection that worked. Yeah, you go to java.com, don't you, which is an Oracle property, I think. Yeah, there we go. And then you're like, oh, let's download Java version 8, and the release license changed starting over a year ago, and I understand about where to get Java from, and I know how to use SDK man, but I can totally empathize with beginners to Java that is a confusing way to get started, because that's not the way I would recommend to download Java. I would certainly recommend, well, I would recommend installing SDK man. So anyway, gosh, we were supposed to be horsing around with code, not just nattering. Right, now if I rename this, if I've decided that I am going to go beyond a hello world and rename this class, is that going to rename the shell script? I'm still not clear in my head the relationship between this like entire project with a bunch of Eclipse and build Gradles and the fact that in this directory I've only got a single source file. I can understand in principle how it's worked. You know, there's a directory here .jbang/cache in my home directory, which is cool. I understand that's a nice way of hiding things. The project is temporarily generated, symbolically linked to my script. Really interesting. Let me see what that actually looks like. Where's copy path? Copy path. I'm pretty sure I did copy path. Why isn't that in my copy buffer? Well, there won't be much in there. Let's just find it ourselves. Temp projects. How temporary are they? Like, when do they get deleted? It could make sense to add a README in, well, to have. You mean I should do that, or jbang init should do that? Wait, or maybe there is one already. No, good. Phew. You know, aforementioned trouble that I have with getting carried away, just poking around and not stopping and slowing down to read the instructions. Oh, jbang edit, yeah. So jbang edit is the thing that creates this. Oh, nice, yeah, symlink. I see. jbang edit is the thing that creates this jbang cache temp projects directory. Nice. Okay, I'm glad I didn't run it again just to see what it would do then. So hello world Java. Now how does this work with symlinks? If I decide I don't like this class name and rename it, IntelliJ is going to rename this file, but that's not going to rename this symlink, is it? So reuse the same temporary location based on that. Yes, and it will reuse the same temporary location based on the location of the script. Not sure. Is that referring to renaming the file? Or something about edit? And I guess I can't add... Oh, if I add new classes here... Let's do that. New class. I was going to get carried away with patterns and just mess around with something strategy pattern. No. Okay. I will not change the name of the file then. Noted. Now I kind of understand how it's working now, and I know the bits of it that I won't touch. I know some of the bits of it that I won't touch until I use class. Oh, jbang doesn't support multiple files, so use inner classes. Okay, fine. I don't know, do something. That's not a good class name, is it? Multiple files will come. That's what make it 1.0. Yes, good. Good, good. Because, you know, that I'm very shoot from the hip when it comes to creating new classes and new files. I like lots of small classes when I'm developing usually. So and I don't generally use inner classes, although I'm getting into it more as I get less kind of rigid about rules. I don't know, I've been programming Java for a long time, and I used to be very strict with myself. You know, everything should have an interface. Classes should always be in their own files. Don't use switches. Yeah, inner classes are underrated. Also the only type of other class that's supported. So that's anyway. What should we call this one? I am writing scripts, so a single file. Yeah, absolutely. I won't. I did work on a 30,000 line shell script once, which it's not a happy time in my life, that. Anyway, it was supposed to bring up an entire instance of a private cloud with lots of VMs and networking configuration. Excuse me. Right, so we need to think of a name for this class, and I gave it a name which was a verb, and classes I think are things, aren't they? And they should have a noun name. So let's give them a noun name. If I say class, I don't know, something like, I don't know, helper. Yeah, well, why not just go beyond hello world. Here's an owl fact. And then we'll put an owl fact in there later. Don't need to know that we're running on Java 11.07 again. So new helper dot get message dot system out. There we go. Oh, don't want that either. Right, let's run it. Oh, I'm going to remove... That's interesting. Yeah, so I'm going to remove hello.java because that was left over from a previous jbang in it. And it's just breaking my tab completion of hello world Java, and I don't need it anymore, so let's get rid of it. That's better. So, building a jar. Here's an owl fact. Sweet. Okay, we're using Java 11, so I can have the HTTP client here, right? So, let's have a constructor for this. HTTP client, no, it's not passed in. It's created. I think I wrote up last week how I would use HTTP client, and I've forgotten already because I wrote the instructions up for about 6 or 7 different HTTP clients, and I've got them all mixed up. Like 3 or 4 of them are called HTTP client, which makes... Okay, right, here we go. So, read more. Just put it on the, looking at my write-up of it on the company blog. Shout out to Twilio. I'll tell you what, I'll actually do a shout out to Twilio for both paying me and hosting my writing on the company blog. Paying me to write for the company blog even. Right, Java HTTP client. So HTTP client, so it's a static initialize thing there. Oops. HTTP client is... Yep, let's have a new one of those. And a request. Fast and loose here with mixing up vars and specific things. I haven't quite gotten... No, it doesn't like that, does it? It's only for local variables. I haven't quite gotten used to using var very much yet. Okay, look. So, we're going to... Oh, what? We're going to need to add... we're going to need to add a dependency. That's cheerful, because we're going to use this because the Java 11 HTTP client doesn't have a JSON parser built in, so I will have to add Jackson. But I want this URL, and we're going to get a JSON object back, and we want facts 0. Okay, so this URL no API key for this build. Here's an alfact, so we need to run that, make that request, joink. No new JSON body handler. I'm going to use a body handler's string, I guess, of string, body handlers of string, and client is not called that, it's called HTTP client. And this music is a little bit dark, isn't it? Sorry, let's just skip on to this. So that has got a red underline probably because it has an exception being thrown. Let's just surround it with a try catch and not do a lot about it because good error handling can wait until I know what I'm doing. So that can go in there, and in here we can return, oh no, I didn't get oh, that's interesting. Sorry, I was just stopping to read the message Max you put in chat there, because it says jbang edit -- live equals idea. So you have auto fetch of deps in idea. Run that. So literally when I add a dep to the file, jbang starts downloading it in the background. That's quite magical. But what if I go back and run that now? Will that work? Now I've already got it. Now I've already run jbang edit. I know, it's in the docs. Sorry. Works with any editor, just using idea. Cool. And so what? So, okay, I'll try that. Like that? Oh, I guess I didn't need to pass that to idea, did I? I might needs tell ID to refresh, as in like up here. Reload from disk. Hang on. Reload from disk. Okay, yes. I'll take that. Yes is a yes. So this is sort of in a state where we could run it now, but we just need to add. Yes, I believe I did just run that inside the backticks of another command. So hopefully that will work. It should keep running in the background. Oh no, I see. No, maybe it won't. I see. Who knows where it's running? Nope. Live equals idea, but my idea, it seems to complain because my my executable for idea isn't called idea. For some reason it's called idea.sh. So watching for changes in here. Live takes the command needed to run. I'm sure that's in the docs. Let's just see what it says here. Live editing. jbang will launch your editor while watching for file changes. That's like an iNotify thing maybe. And is there a Java wrapper for iNotify? Like, how are you watching the file system for changes? I've needed to do that recently, so I'm curious. Yep. Nice. Okay. Oh really? I've never used that. When I say I needed to do it, I actually was needing to do it. Well, now I'm caught in a trap, aren't I? I needed to do it in a shell script, and I should have made it a jbang script, and then I could have written it in Java and used that Java 7 or 8 thing. Get is what I want here. What's sorry, what's the syntax here? Body.get title. Let's try it. Oh, now that's going to sit there doing what it does, and I need a new terminal. Which means I need to do that again. So building jar. Oh goodness. Oh no, I didn't get an artifact. And why not? Oh no, an HTTPS error. Why? Oh no. I wonder if that's because of this problem here. Connection not secure. Yeah, the certificate for that domain doesn't seem to be valid. So this is the only owl fact you're going to get. The largest recorded owl fossil stood about 3 feet tall. So that would be quite a scary owl. But I'm going to use a different API. Let's use a quote of the day API. There we go. Quotes.rest. Can I was just glossing over that because I didn't know how to fix that quickly, and I didn't want to spend ages going through the rabbit hole of fixing that. But if you can tell me quickly how to tell the HTTP, let's see what Google tells me. Java 11 HTTP client ignore. So people obviously Googled that before, and it's a Stack Overflow question, which means it's probably something I can copy and paste. With Java 11, I can Initialize SC. Oh wow, this looks a little bit complicated. And the accepted answer doesn't, it refers to SC initialized as earlier, but right, so there's some ignoring broken certificate stuff done in jbang. Oh wait, that was weird. Copy link address, open it over here. Thank you. Take this method. Shoink. Oh right, look. Yep. Oof is what I'm saying to this, but I guess it's my fault for having an expired certificate. Okay, install the all trustings. Yeah. Why do you have this in jbang, by the way? Just a question. And this is a... Wow, okay, this is a void method, so it just sets some global thing, does it? Let's read through it a little bit carefully. Yes, let's import all these. jbang supports jbang URL. And you wanted to be able to have that work even with invalid certificates on that URL. A big insecure hammer, brilliant. Yes, I've already imported that. Come on, keep importing things out, IntelliJ. I'll have the one that's not deprecated. Okay. So you have to ask for it to allow insecure things. So what does this do? It sets the default SSL socket factory on HTTPS URL connection. And is that used internally by HTTP clients then? So before we create an HTTP client, what did I call that mid? Enable insecure. So /hello.java. Thank you for that. That should have been the top answer on Stack Overflow, not whatever was there. Oh no, it didn't work. Yeah, it verifies. Well, yes, if it sets it as the default SSL socket factory. Did I call the method enable insecure? Yes, I called it in the helper constructor before creating the HTTP client instance. Let's just check that it did actually. Yeah, so the code is being run. That was silly. Let's try that again. So the code is being run. I thought for a moment there was a possibility that I'd changed the code, but it wasn't. The code changes I'd made weren't being picked up. But this line was executed, so yeah. Oh, is there another part to it? Create a trust manager that doesn't. I mean, I feel like that's a. I'd like to put quotes around trust there, because it's just it's trusting everything. Anyway, what are we doing? I'm waiting. Max is coming up with something. I mean, I feel like I don't want to have to be doing this. Your cert probably doesn't list the right host. That part is not easy to work around. I believe you, and I don't want to get carried away spending a lot of time trying to fix that. What I'll do instead is just use a URL that does have a valid certificate, which is this one, quotes.rest. Look, they've got the padlock. So quotes.rest/quad, https quotes.rest/quad. Oh, XML? Aye. No. application JSON in the header. Okay, we can do that. In fact, we've already done that. so quotes.rest/wad. Yeah, I'm sorry, I need to fix that certificate, don't I, on the Owls API for the dozens and dozens of users that it has. IntelliJ doesn't have my remove unused imports configuration in this version, in this instance of IntelliJ. So run this, off it goes. This is nice. I appreciate being able to. Here's an owl fact, wasn't it? I appreciate being able to run it in the IDE and here without having to do any kind of intermediate, like, okay, rebuild this cache from that or something, because yeah, I like to be able to just choose between them. So contents, quotes, 0, quote. We're going to get Jackson on the case, aren't we? So let's look at Maven Central Jackson data bind, which is the library that I'm going to use for parsing JSON. Get me an object mapper to 11.1. You nearly got the dog on the stream for a moment then. And I want the Gradle. No, what format do I want those in? jbang. Back up to the top and look about dependencies. So I want it in this kind of format, right? So declare dependencies using deps. Yes, exactly that kind of format. So Maven repository uses the old Gradle format. Okay, not to worry. I can do some string manipulation. So get rid of one of the comments from the double comment. So do I need to put all dependencies? Like, this makes it look like I should be putting many dependencies on the same line. Ah, I can take builder and just remove the jar. Is that the easy way of doing it? That jar there. Oh, nice. Okay. And remove the quotes, I suppose. I need to just flick over to the docs and check that. Does it need quotes or not? Answer. Nope. Okay. Now I've added that, so I believe that this thing should have noticed that and downloaded Jackson data bind to 11.1. Nice. Which means it should just be in the project. So can I, having added that up there, I really like this, I get myself a new object mapper. Yeah, look at that. Oh well, I'll do that in the constructor as well, why not? Sweet. Oh, so you can have multiple lines with multiple dependencies on each line. So it's kind of up to me how I arrange them. That's pretty neat, because you might have sort of groups of dependencies that you want to copy around. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I want to... Oh no, do I really want to deal with JSON node and iterating through, or can I make a quick Java class for this? No, let's just do it this way. So here, let's say response.body. Oh no, my typing, okay. Response.body, and I'm going to use the mapper to read a value. No, not read a value, read... Is the method just called read? No, what's the method called that returns a JSON node? Read tree. And I actually can just take a URL, so I don't need to use this HTTP client, but I will. So anyway, read tree, response body. Yes, that's a JSON node. Let's make it a var. Why not? Okay. JSON node dot get, and it was contents. Get quotes. I'm just reading this from down here. Dot. I'm glad you're here, Max. It's been very helpful. Thanks for coming in. So quotes dot get 0 dot get. Actually, let's have that as a variable because I'll get a couple of things out of that. Var JSON node. So this is the quote object, and then quote object dot get quote. This is the quote, and I think I'm gonna have to call this a string, so that I'm not quite sure how that works with var. Get it's not. Is it get string? What's the? Is it dot as string? As text. Reasonable, I suppose. As text. That's what I wanted there. I thought that Jackson might use the type there to do something there, but it doesn't. So I can have this back as a var, and oops, var, and the author is author. And I'm going to return quote plus new line space space dash space plus author. And run it, and it goes off and builds a jar. And thank you. Drink some water, absolutely right. Thank you, Hajda M. I love it. Thanks. That's the first time anyone's actually done that. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And because it's quote of the day, obviously it's just returning the same one all day. Nice. Okay, so what am I going to do if I want to distribute this single file here to other people? I'm just getting distracted a moment. Okay, come up. Someone wants to say hello. Here he is. Hey boy. Might want to go outside. He's just been asleep on the couch behind me for a while. But you've got something in your eye because you've been asleep for hours. Before I worked from home, I used to go to work and leave the dog at home, and I thought he had like a wonderful inner life that he, you know, did loads of stuff during the day and everything. It just turns out he just sleeps like 18 hours a day. So he's been asleep behind me the whole time I've been talking. Alright, he wants to go out. Hold on one moment. I do apologise. Whoa, that was the wrong thing to do. What I wanted to do instead was this. Yo, doggy, we're going outside. Come on. Off you go. Hey, see you later. Oh. Okay. Headphones back in. Yeah, dog at home. Sure. Wake. Alright, okay. There's a dog emote in chat that's... Thank you, Max. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate what you've done here. Other people haven't lost audio though, right? Most of you can still hear me, I hope. Okay, so what do I need to do? If I want to share this with other people, I guess what I need to do is just send them this file, and they need to have jbang installed, and that's it. That's pretty cool. Okay, play around with it. Done that. done that. Useful-ish, sure. So the last thing I'd like to do really is rename this, or rename the script. Can I just rename the script? I don't need this anymore. So excellent. Push to GitHub, grab URL file. The last thing I wanted to do was just change the name of the executable. Can I just change? I'm not sure what's going to happen if I just rename this file. Presumably it'll break the soft link. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I was, always going to be scared if people are reporting audio issues, because that could easily be my fault and I would have to fix it. I guess if I just copy hello world.java to quote of the day, then I can just run it. No, well, I should be able to just run it. I'm not planning to open it or edit it in IntelliJ. So, oh, it doesn't like that. File. Yes, of course. Okay. I will do this with a cheap version of an IDE. Of course. I guess there is going to be something in the docs that tells me how to suppress this line of output if I don't want it, which seems like I like to know it's there, but I think people who would use this just for getting quotes would consider it an implementation detail. So let's see, they might not be so interested in it. Quiet mode, maybe? This is the last thing I'll do, and then I will push it to GitHub. And then close down the stream and put something about it on Twitter, saying how much fun I've had. This has been really good. I'm glad I've done it. And I'm really glad that you were here, Max. Thanks a lot. Debug jbang itself. That's kind of the opposite of what I want to do. Wait, is it going to be a question? One of those questions that's answered in this? No, I want the opposite of verbose. Unverbose. I want to remove this line from the output. Oh wow, I haven't even looked at this, but we have completion. Only prints, oh well, it only prints building jar when it builds the jar. That's legit. Yeah, fair enough. But a lot of the power of shell scripts is the way that you can compose them with pipes and things, and if there's extra output coming that isn't part of the, like if I was writing something that returns something, if I was writing a script here that I want to pipe into something else, I wouldn't like to see that. So a quiet option might be nice. Thanks. Oh, it's on std anyway. Okay, so I can at least do that kind of thing. Oh yeah, okay. I should sort out my my terminal to show the fact that it went to standard error by putting it in a different color or something. Okay. So where are we here? I guess I don't need Hello World anymore because I've got it. I'm ignoring the fact that this is going to break the project in the IDE, because all I actually am going to do now is push it up to GitHub and then try running it off of GitHub. So git init, git add this script, I guess. Git commit adds quote of the day jbang script. Git commit, oh goodness me, yeah, of course, git commit -m, excuse me. So we got that. we've got that 62 lines of quote of the day script. So let's pop over to github.com/me mjg123 repositories, new repository, and I call it jbang dash quote of the day, quote of the day, yada yada yada. This is going to be, well, I should add a readme, shouldn't I? I'll put a readme in afterwards. I just want to push this up right now, so I'm going to copy this and paste it in here, push this file up to GitHub, get its URL, so what do I actually want? I want the raw thing, don't I? Oh my goodness, Max, you have created a bunch of issues just for me. Ah, it's Christmas. My dear doesn't check the proper JDK. Look it up. I wasn't entirely sure what was going on there, but I'm glad you could do it. Yeah. Quiet option. Yeah. jbang. Oh, jbang does the switcheroo, does it? So it detects the fact that it's a GitHub URL here, and puts /raw on the end, or whatever you have to do to get to this URL from here. Smashing. Okay. So I'll do that up here because I haven't used this terminal yet. I'm in a different directory. I'm in my home directory, and so jbang. Yeah, I've got the same problem as I had before of my path being set wrong. jbang is working now. That's incredible. I can't believe that's the sort of thing that seems like it would be like a polish that would come much later than 6 months after you'd started it, but I really appreciate it because now I can run jbang. What did you say? Jbang, just jbang and a URL. Jbang supports jbang URL. So jbang URL. See what happens. Not from a trusted source. Slightly surprising, but I guess that, well, okay, sorry, I thought this was another certificate error, but it's not. It's telling me to be careful, which is fair. That's legit, isn't it? It's telling me to be careful about running scripts randomly from the internet. Yes, sorry, I just jumped to a conclusion. Trust all sources. Limited trust. Interesting. I like it. I'm going to run this one. Sorry, my mind instantly went back to you know, certificate problems. Yes. So in terms of getting a user to run this script, they would have to install jbang, they would have to trust add, and then they would be able to run this. Where was it? This. Or they would download the Java file and run it locally. Right. I'm so sorry. Read the output. That's just, I should have that like in big letters across the top of my monitor, shouldn't I? Java C has not liked that. Invalid flag. I don't know what this is meaning. Is it trying to... No, it's not trying to reuse the same cache, so I haven't fooled it by renaming the file. Yeah. On the other hand, so yeah, Max is just saying not super happy about having user manually add the trust. I think that putting like a small stumbling block in between like code on the web and running it locally is no bad thing. Like curl pipe to bash is a bit of a dangerous anti-pattern, isn't it? Let's just try this then, as Max suggests. Jbang. Yeah, I think it's fair enough, isn't it? Oh, now I've got to add it again. raw.github user content. Having said it's a good idea, I just went, not again. No, it's a good idea, I think. Seen this issue before about Java-C and thought you fixed it. And what version of jbang would it have been fixed in? I'm sure I'm running the newest one. I'm running the newest one that possible solutions, yeah. I'm running the latest that SDK man gave me, and if that's the latest, then that's what it is. Can I paste the URL that fails? It's what, this URL here. This URL. Alright, I've pasted that. Yes, so, and the error was invalid flag, and I guess I could go and look in that file and see what is in it. Let's get it up on the big terminal. My file is named quote of the day, not quote of the day.java. That is correct. Because I thought that was legit, and it worked locally. And I thought I remembered seeing in the docs that you didn't need to call it .java, and that jbang would create a copy of the file with a proper name before it tried to compile it. Yeah, jbang doesn't handle that for URL swizzling. So what we're saying then is, if I move this to quoteoftheday.java, does that come up as read? Yeah, good. So that's what I'm doing. So then adds .java to the file name, push, and then over here, quoteoftheday.java. Come on. Woohoo! Awesome. It didn't tell me it was building a jar, so I guess, has it noticed somehow? Anyway, brilliant. That's really good. I love it. I'm gonna, well, I've pushed the code to GitHub. I'm going to stop in a moment then, because I've got as far as I wanted to, and it's the end of lunchtime. But thanks very much, Max, and everyone else here for joining in. I'll put this video to YouTube at some point, and I'll put a README in the repository, and then we're done. Or I might, well, we're not done. We're done for now, but I'll play some more with jbang, because I like the idea of it, and it's promising, and I want to find good, kind of suitable use cases for it. So, you know, not just printing a quote of the day. And the other thing I'll do is fix the the certificate on my Owls API. So, there we go. Thanks very much, everybody. I'm going to switcheroo to here and say goodbye. Bye.
Ryanair 918 Papa contact approach 121.1, goodbye. 121 Ryanair 918, have a good day.